I did notice at the market they were down to $4 a dozen. I can probably handle that. We'll probably have to pick a couple cans up on the side of the road on my way down, but we'll do it. Anyway, 7-3-0, and we'll turn it back down to, I don't know if Matt's still there, but if Matt's not there, go to Andy. K2WW.
They all checked out a long time ago there, Dean. The highlight bar's on line 8 already. So, all right, 73 to you, Dean. Enjoy that dinner. Sounds great. K2WW with W1JZR and the main potato net Saturday Express 73 round. And we are on the 73 dinner round currently. Let's bring in Bill, KA1KAC, spud number 4728. Come on in with the dinner and the 73.
Yeah, this is KA1KAC. Very good. Well, for supper, I made it easy, and we just had another bowl of chili. So that turned out to be quite easy for supper. I'll just say my 73, and hope everybody has a wonderful week ahead of them. Turn it over to AB1GA, KA1KAC.
Okay, AB1GA here. Yeah, I guess I went through my dinner menu, but we can repeat it. Anyway, I'll be ready for the time change, because now it'll be cocktail hour when we come on the air, and I can clink my glass and drink my Luxusava vodka martini. Yeah, and so tonight, as I mentioned, it'll be smoked haddock and then some rice and peas. The haddock comes from Stonington Seafoods in Maine, so I don't know if the potatoes are coming from Maine, but it is going to be a Maine dinner. So with that, let's see. I'll turn it over to Jules, KD2YLZ from AB1GA.
Okay, KD2YLZ here in Long Lake, New York. And, dinner tonight is going to be beef stew. I put it in the crock pot this morning about 8:30, so it's been cooking all day. I think got potatoes in there, carrots, celery, what else? Onions, carrots, potatoes. Yeah, so that'll be dinner. My son was on the way. There's a farm down near Potsdam, and he went and picked up eggs yesterday. $4 a dozen. He came home with 4 dozen. I said, "Whoa!" I said, "That's a lot of eggs." So, well, I'm sure I can get rid of them for a profit. Okay, 73 to everybody. Have a good weekend. We'll catch everybody tomorrow night with Josh. KD2YLZ down over to Chad. KD2TYJ.
KD2TYJ here. Well, good evening to you and everybody else again. Sitting here messing around my TRX4M RC car. I put metal axles in it, metal high clearance links and stuff, and just taking some slop out of some stuff here and messing around with it. So that's what's going on here. I've sat in the house pretty much all day. Haven't done nothing, and I have enjoyed it. So it's been a busy week at work, and sitting here, we had mother-in-law over, and we're celebrating the wife's birthday this weekend because it was a little nicer weather from when it was her birthday. So we had that nice steak dinner. So that's what's going on here. So with that, KD2TYJ going to say 7-3 and send it.
Very good. KC1TQN. I'm enjoying that pot roast. Brenda just dropped off gravy and carrots and onions, mashed potatoes. That is delicious. So hope everybody has a good night. And we'll catch in tomorrow night. Just a little later, that's all. At least being on a Sunday, I don't have to go anywhere. So I don't think the time change will be that painful for me. So. And if it's painful for others, my sympathies to you. KD2, FTA, over to you, Alex, and good evening.
All right, KC1, TQN, thank you for the handoff. Fine business, and thank you. Appreciate it. Good evening, all Spuds out there in Spudland. 73. And yes, Gary, it is a rocket ride on the F-15. I've never taken the trip, but all the pilots I've spoken to say there's nothing like lying on your back going straight up. Hey, there you go. And with that, 73, everybody, have a great evening. KC2 LEB to take it from KD2 FTA.
Very good, Alex. Okay. Let's see. I just got dinner club, and that's about it. I'm still messing with stuff here. We got some New York strip steaks. I might go outside and throw them on the grill. We'll see. And then, of course, the baked potato and vegetable du jour. Other than that, hey, it's great to hear everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow night for the 7 o'clock seasonal change here on the wonderful Maine Potato Net. All right, Gary, back over to you. Whiskey 1, Juliet Zulu Romeo, KC2LEB in the group.
All right, very, very good, Jim, and everyone here this evening. We're going to do a final call out, and then we'll say good night to all. But anyways, 73, Jim. KC2LEB. All right, W1JZR here for the Maine Potato Net. It is our Saturday Express 73 round edition. Any stations that would like to get a quick one in before we secure the net, please call Net Control now, and I'll be happy to get you on this evening's roster.
And to UNL.
All right, we got Brian in there. We'll make an adjustment on NetLogger as soon as that responds, and it looks like it's hung up or something. Oh, well. And to UNL, welcome on board. Anyone else besides Brian, please call now. All right, nothing heard. Let us get Brian in here to close the net for us. And to UNL, spud number 4054, come on in.
Okay. Just sitting by here listening, hiding inside from the wind. A little windy today, as everybody knows here. And not much else. Planned on doing an activity outside, but, well, hey, it's going to get warmer, so we'll try again tomorrow. It's only going to get warmer each day, so that's a good thing. But with that, we'll just say hang in there, everybody. Spring is around the corner. And antenna days are coming, but got to get those up and worked on before the leaves come in. And summertime's not good. Can't see what line you're throwing through the trees, or you can count your mosquito bites, though. Those are easy to see. They're not out there now, so yeah, we got a few to attend to. So 7-3, everybody, and take care. And to UNL.
All right, very, very good, Brian. And to UNL, W1JZR for the Maine Potato Net. Brian is our official tail gunner on this Saturday Express 73. And, yeah, all right. I think it went really well. I think everybody enjoyed getting in here and saying their piece, giving their dinner reports, and getting out of here in roughly 50 minutes time. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, we'll keep doing it until another change. But I think we're all set. Friday nights on our happy hour edition, we'll do our long, drawn out, everybody roll their eyes edition. All right, KD2 FTA. We'll take a look at that link you sent, and we'll make comment on that. After everything's all closed up. All right, with that, 73 to all. Glad you were all here. So this does conclude the Maine Potato Net check-ins for this evening. I want to thank all those that checked in tonight, and I want to thank all those that listened in, sandbagged, or tuned in on shortwave. W1JZR here, saying 73, and we'll now secure the net and return this frequency to regular amateur radio use. We'll hear you again tomorrow night. Rest and recovery starting at 7 p.m., 6 o'clock check-ins. Begin with, K0JEB, and that would be Mr. Josh. Well, we'll see you all then. All right, with that, W1JZR, QRT.
good.
This is KC1 EUJ. I'm going to take some names down for the Cracker Barrel Nut for the old man.
You want a list, Kurt?
That'd be real helpful. I just walked in the door with this old and the granddaughter, and I'm just setting the computer up there for Nut Mark.
Well, when you're ready, I've got a list for you. Take a name. AG1Q, Mark. That's me. N2ZGN Jerry. KD2OAM. And KC1EUJ. That's it.
KA1BS checking in. Okay, Elaine, it took the computer a second to catch up here, so lay it on me one more time, please.
Okay, KG1Q, KA1TWV, N2ZGN, KD2OAM, yourself, and A1BS, I think it was.
It was me. Thank you, Elaine.
And please add in November 2, uniform, November, Lima, in and out.
Okay, going to be in and out. Okay. All right, Elaine, you're going to spend a little bit of time there so I can type. I don't do it that quickly. So I got down for KG1Q, K1TWV, and go from there.
N2ZGN, KD2OAM, yourself, EUJ, AA1BS, and the last station to check in. It's going to have to do it again because it went out of my head.
It was AA1BS, but who was after me?
AA1BS, but there was one more station, N something, I think it was.
November 2, uniform, November, Lima.
N2, I got that. I was typing on the AA1BS. Go ahead, one more time, please.
November 2, uniform, November, Lima. November 2, uniform, November, Lima. Name is Brian, Peru, New York, in and out.
I got you, Brian, in and out. You have to wait, no guy, you can't type that quick. Roger?
No, that's okay. I got to go to the bathroom. I can't hang around. Old guy, too. Hi.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, then.
6 p.m. This is the frequency in use. All right, calling the Northeast Cracker Barrel Net. Now calling the Northeast Cracker Barrel Net. K1W checks is the call.
on that water, Jerry.
Well, Kurt, thank you much.
My pleasure, Jerry. I just got in the house. We're just over visiting the granddaughter, and Elaine was good enough to give me all the names and numbers.
Great, thank you much.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt. AB1BR to get on the list.
I'll get you there, Jim.
Jerry, did you send out an email?
I did not. I was very lax this afternoon, Jim. There's no topic tonight.
Okay.
Oh, I bet there'll be a topic to win.
Well, yes, there's always that.
Today was especially brutal.
All right, it looks like we've got 7 on the list, or 8 counting myself. Any further check-ins for the Northeast Cracker Barrel Net? Call now. Okay, with nothing heard, at the top of the list, we've got Mark, KG1Q. Mark, come on aboard, and Lane, stand by.
Okay, Jerry, K1WTX, KG1Q. Good evening, sir. I'm trying to get into a few nets here in the next couple of days because I've been down in the exercise room. I've been I was getting ready for the vampire visit this week, and of course now the doctor's appointment next week regarding the old cholesterol, which I talked about ad nauseum on Thursday. And we've been doing a big cleanup project in the basement, so I've been, wifey and I have been kind of picking away at that. There's just doing monotonous shit like that. I hate doing that all at once. You just gotta start it and then do a little bit, do one shelf, and then maybe move on to another shelf, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Jerry, I had a good little trip over to Augusta today. Wifey and I had a feed bag at the Roadhouse. Picked up a few groceries. What a cluster, Charlie Foxtrot, right by the intersection of 95 and Western Ave. My God, they got everything tore to pieces. There's left-hand turning lanes going right and right lanes going left and this, that, and the other thing. It's all tore to hell. But anyway, Jerry, before I get into my diatribe, I was going to talk to you a little bit about the old X-Files. I do believe there's another season coming out, and in honor of that, I said, well, I need to go back and start watching the old shows and get back into the crew again. So I started watching it right from the beginning. And would you believe that I have not seen probably half of season 1? I'm about 3/4 of the way through now, and they're just starting to become familiar to me. So I think what happened is I picked it up partway through after the reviews were good and people started talking about it. That's probably when I started watching it. So there's a lot going on here at the beginning of this season that I don't remember, I've never seen before. And the old Deep Throat there made several appearances. In fact, I'm watching my first Langley Bars of Frohickey episode right now, which is about season 1, episode 16-ish, when they show up. So we'll have to talk some more about that. Some great episodes, season 1. But Jerry, I was listening to the old XM radio today. Wifey and I, we tend to listen to a channel called Ozzy's Boneyard. A lot of hard rock from the 80s and 90s. Of course, when I was my genre. So Iron Maiden came on. I never listened to Iron Maiden growing up. It was always, well, not taboo, but we didn't listen to heavy metal. It was always, rock and roll and Bryan Adams and Bruce Springsteen, that kind of stuff. I didn't really get into the Metallicas or the Megadeths or any of that. And I don't know if I considered that part of that genre, but it's not really. And the song came on called 2 Minutes to Midnight. And I knew it had nuclear ramifications, nuclear war. I knew that it was a little bit about that because I researched the song once before, but it refers to the old doomsday clock, which the group of the old atomic scientists maintain, and it's a metaphoric clock, it's not a real clock. And the closer the hands that get to 12 o'clock or midnight represents the likelihood that the world is going to go into nuclear war. And the 2 minutes to midnight obviously refers to the Cold War era when the Cuban Missile Crisis had us DEFCON, whatever it was. And I thought it was I read a little bit about it today, and it's quite interesting. And I don't know if the group of people that's in charge of this metaphoric clock, I don't know if they're politically charged. I don't know anything about them, but it's kind of interesting. I did read that several things go into the setting of this metaphoric clock. One being nuclear, who's got rich uranium, who's got nuclear powers around the world. I also read that climate change and AI plays a role into this metaphoric clock. So, anyway, 2 minutes to midnight. And apparently, according to Wiki, we got down to...
Kevin, will you be the prodigal son?
Yeah, that would be about right. Boy, I've got a really great signal on you, John. I really do. I can hear Rock. Now they got. I'm kind of at a crossroads here, but it is what it is there, right?
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm glad you're not any good at a heart attack. And I hope you understand that. I had an uncle that had 6 heart attacks, and it wasn't his heart that killed him, it was his liver.
Oh, let me guess. Did he drink alcohol? Well, in any form?
Well, in large quantities.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, well, I'll admit, I'll be the first to admit, I like beer. I always have. But I'm not really a liquor drinker, or, I have 1 glass of wine on Sunday. With dinner, but that's it, for me. It's beer and wine, And some days, during the week, I'll have a shot in a glass with plenty of water. But that's about it.
Well, beer is good for you. If you don't believe me, there's a song that says it is.
Yeah, I think I've heard that song too. I forget who did it, but yeah. Well, Tom Hall did one. As a matter of fact, I like beer, right?
Now that was Tom T. Hall, and I don't remember for sure who did beer is good for you, but I would not be surprised if John Prine was not involved in that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've been in here, but it's great to be back with you guys for a little bit, and we'll see how long I can go on. I've got a couple more doctor appointments down the road. Wow, what a beautiful signal. May I ask you, sir, how much power are you pushing tonight? And are you using a beam or a wire or what?
My antenna is an inverted V with the apex at about 70 feet, and I've got 7/8 celiacs running from right behind the amplifier to the antenna. And whatever this TL922 is putting out, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm an inverted V over here too. I'm 45 feet in the air at the top of an oak tree. And I used to have 2 inverted V's here. But one of the storms that went through last year took one of the limbs down. So now I got to find another place to park the other one. But the one I'm using right now is still up there. I went to my watt meter and everything else, and it looks like I'm pretty close to 400, 450, somewhere right in there. There, Webby?
Well, that's enough. It's doing the trick, and I've got 3 inverted V's. They have the same feed point. They just kind of fanned out a little bit. And one of them is for 40, one for 75, and one for 160.
Yeah, I did mine for, I had 80-40 on the, on one, and the other one was strictly for 20. I could get 15 off of it, pretty easily, the 20 meter wire. And it was cut, right for center frequency on 20. But I haven't been on 20 in ages, but I'm going to need a lot of help at my point in time here with the health issues to get out there and put another one up. But, it is what it is. Anyway, it's great to be here. Great to talk to you guys again, and I try not to be a stranger for too long. We'll see what happens. It is what it is, brother. Yeah. KK4 VJK, Charleston, South Carolina. Back to S5PBR. Carry on, John.
All right, kid. Well, it sure is good to hear you. It's good to talk to you. And I hope you hang around long enough to make it back. At least one. And don't push yourself too hard on the antenna. What you got is working. It may not be working the way you want it to, but it's apparently good enough. So, I'll be looking for you. KK4 VJK in 5 PPR.
Okay, no, brother. Carry on.
All right, back to Steve. KI5 BMS. Are you around, Steve?
Kilo 85, Bravo Mike Sierra. Yeah, thanks a lot for picking me up, bud.
So what you got to talk about today?
Well, nothing much. I just chilly here in Oklahoma, and I'm about ready for those 70-degree days. So, but anyway, things are a little warm out here in the garage, and the radio's working fine. It's working like expected. So, I enjoy listening to you guys talk about your antenna. I've had off-center fed dipole for 5 or 6 years. 40, 20, 10, and 6. But it's working, and I just leave it alone.
And did you say you've had that antenna up for 60 years?
No, that's 6 years. Okay. So it's working, and I'm not choosing it.
Well, working is all that's important. Now, if you've got a chain link fence, you got coax running too. If it works on the bands you want it to, then go for it.
Hey, by the way, your farm is chain link fence will give me new ideas, so that'll drive my wife crazy.
Well, I really like the 3 inverted V's and the same feed point. I don't have to switch between antennas. It's just one feed line. And if I'm sending an off band, one of those one of the 3 antennas is bound to be suitable for whatever band it is I'm trying to soothe.
Yeah, Roger. Oh, by the way, I'm talking to you on the 7300. With a ICOM mic and an ICOM speaker. And I think it's later about that easy for you.
Well, usually your signal down this way is really good there, Steve. It's a little bit light tonight. Did you put your antenna up, or is it just band condition?
It's cold outside. I ain't doing nothing out there.
Okay, it must be band conditions. Like I said, usually your signal is really good down here, but today you're kind of light.
So what do you give me?
You say again?
What kind of signal will you give me?
I've got you at 7, but I've got some pretty good noise. It's not real high, but it's there.
Yeah, Roger. No, you're 5 plus, so not bad at all. I think tomorrow and the next this week will be a lot easier.
Okay, well, I'm having a pretty tough time getting out of the noise down here, Steve. Usually you're really strong, but today it's kind of tough to copy over.
Oh, it's getting too hot, so like I say, later on this week it'll probably be a heck of a lot better. So thanks a lot for picking me up, and I'll be on the side here. See you later, bye, bro. Mike's here.
Nice, Steve. Well, I'm glad you're here today, and I hope your day up there gets better. And as soon as you're here, I know at least 76, sunshine. And I thought it was going to be 60-something and rain, but I was happy to fly. But good talking to you, Steve. I'll be back to 73 here shortly. Maybe shortly. Yeah. KSI BMS and 5 PPR. November 0. All right, let me try. Let me see if I can get to Brian. Into UNL. November 2, Uniform November Lima Brian. Got me at 5 PPR.
Yeah, I certainly do. N5 VER, N2 UNL. Brian here. And say good afternoon or good evening to everybody here on the net. Yeah, didn't not doing too much today. Just thought I'd check in for the numbers and tell everybody, it's cold here. But the winds are dying down, so tomorrow maybe we'll get out and do a little activity outside. A little bit warmer. Each day is a little bit warmer. And before you know it, we'll be out there playing with the antennas, the wires in the trees that fell down. We'll get those back up before the leaves fill in this year, and we'll be up for another season on those. That's why we put up so many. Not for each band necessarily, but just in case for the high winds. They take them out of the trees once in a while, so you got to have extra, a backup for your backup, if you will. Anyway, everybody have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. From N2 UNL, back to net.
All right, Brian, N2 UNL, WB9QPU, Rocco here in Southern Illinois. John was having a little bit of trouble with the noise at his end copying you. Very good on losing the wires. Yeah, I lost all of my antennas except the vertical. I didn't lose axis. It wasn't up at the time. And finally got all the trees that fell on top of the wires off. Took a couple of weeks to clean that mess up. So I feel for you there. I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm glad you're coming into some warmer weather. We're supposed to have a nice warm up down here in Southern Illinois. We're kind of looking forward to that. Well, as long as you can, got a good signal over here run by that 7SC and good audio. Thanks for coming by, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you again. John, back to you at 5PPR, WB9QBU.
All right, thanks, Rocco. I sure did have trouble copying that. Probably stretching it my ears right now. That one is stopped up and the other one doesn't halfway work. All right, anyway, thanks again, Rocco. November 0. All right, the November 0 station.
Oh, thanks very much for calling back from call. November 0 here. Until you're back. John, what you say?
One of my big sports. So March Madness is here, and I'm going to be watching lots of TV. Over.
Yeah, basketball, that's something I never really got into watching. I'm just NFL and college football. That's probably about it. Anywho, go ahead and give me a question. See if you can stump me, over.
Okay, let's see here. Which U.S. state has the smallest population? Smallest population. Is it number 1, Alaska, number 2, Wyoming, or number 3, Vermont?
Well, let's see. Alaska or Vermont. Well, I don't know. Alaska's a pretty big state. I'm going to say Vermont.
Oh, I think this was a trick question. It is Wyoming. Wyoming. That would have been a total guess on that one, over.
That is a trick question. Hey, well, there you go. Give everybody an easy one. You give me a trick question. All right, I see how you are now, Mark.
Yeah, that was kind of ambiguous there, because, yeah. Oh, well. Somebody had to get one wrong, George. Everybody's 100% till you.
Roger, Roger. Okay, well, go see if you can get the next guy. KAVMV and W30NA3Y.
Hey, let me turn my volume down here, and we'll give KD2AFA a shout. Kurt, you might want to take your headphones off, over.
Cue us out.
You out there, David?
Yeah, I'm here. Let's see. WIBRO/Kilo Echo 8 Victor Mike Victor and Whiskey Oscar 3 Oscar is Kilo Delta 2 Alpha Foxtrot Alpha. All good here. Just windy and cold. We are gonna warm up though, so that's good news. All right, give me a question. We'll get the show on the road there. Over.
Okay. In what state is Yosemite National Park located? In what state is Yosemite National Park located? Number 1, California. Number 2, Utah. Or number 3, Colorado.
Colorado.
This says California. California. I'm not sure on that, but yeah, I know I've been there when I was a kid. Too young to remember it, but yeah, that's what it's saying. It's California, David.
All right. Well, it is what it is. All right, 73. Take care. I'm one and done, Mark.
All right, thanks for stopping by, David. All right, we'll head on down to K4KP. Good evening, Mucker. K4KP, KEAVMV. Any relays? Yeah, I'll take over here in a minute, Oscar. Any relays on Mucker?
K4KP, hey, Matt, are you there? You're being called in.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
Alright, let's mark him not heard. And my logger's suggesting that he's right. It's almost 6:30. Let's look for any over-the-air check-ins for the Brothers Net. Would anyone like to check in over the air? If you would, please give me your call sign slowly and phonetically, or better yet, your lifetime member number if you have one. Go ahead.
Oops. Give me a call again. I stepped on you.
Hold on a minute. You stepped on my lip. I can't talk that quick now. November 2, uniform, November, Lima. Ouch.
I got November 2, uniform, November, Lima. Yep, Oscar got you. Brian in Peru, New York.
Oh, yeah, that is correct.
Okay, number 15, Brian. We're on number 10, so it shouldn't be long. Any other check-ins?
Nothing here.
Okay, let's head on down to NX2W. Good evening, Greg.
Hey, Mark, Oscar, NX2W here, hearing everybody pretty well. Hey, Mark, I'm going to do you a big favor here, buddy. I hear you're having problems with that amplifier, is that right?
Yeah, it's the backlight does not turn on. It's a ACOM 700S solid state. The backlight on the LCD doesn't light up. Everything else boots up, and it appears to work, but I've got no screen, over.
Yeah, so I've had not amplifier amplifier problems like that, but I've had problems with a FTDX 5000 with the OLED lights being goofy and whatnot. So here's the deal. Here's the backup. So you're going to be naked without your amplifier while it's at the shop. So go down, buy yourself a backup amp, Mark. That's what I got in the warehouse. If this one fails that I'm using right now, an old 40-some-year-old amp supply LK500 Zulu Bravo, if this thing fails, I got its ugly brother over in the warehouse. I can go grab that and slap that on the bench. Gotta have a backup, man. Just trying to help you justify the expenditure there, brother.
Well, I just bought an ICOM 7610, so unfortunately, not that I couldn't, but I don't need to spend money on a new amp right now. If I could find something used at a swap, I might be interested in that, but like I said, this guy's only about 400 miles away. They're at the repair center that they recommended. I mean, I got to get a hold of him, but hopefully it won't be too long of a turnaround. I mean, if I had to, I'd drive it down there. You know, it's like, I don't know, 325 miles. So, but yeah, eventually I'd like to have a backup, but I've only been in this for a little over 2 years there, Greg, and I've already gone from convincing my wife that all I needed was a $100 power supply and an IC 7300 to quite a station here. Over.
Well, that happens. Don't worry about it, man. And we could talk about this for a long time. But go ahead and throw me a question mark. See what happens.
Which country do the Canary Islands belong to? The Canary Islands. Do they belong to number 1, Spain, number 2, France, or number 3, Portugal?
God, I have no clue, man. Geography is the worst. We'll say Spain. I have no idea. Total guess.
You guessed it right. And, yeah, the Canary Islands belong to Spain. Absolutely. I would not have known that either. Over.
I guess it'd be a good place to go set up a long-range DX station there. It'd be nice and sunny there, Mark. All right, I'll hang out for the 73, brother.
All right, we'll head down to Whiskey 4 Delta X-Ray Zulu. Butch, how's things in Virginia? KEAVMV.
KEAVMV along with WO30 and the Brothers Nest W4GHV. Doing pretty good, Mark. Got a good copy on you here. You look like you're turning over here in Southeast Virginia tonight. Sold our riding lawnmower today. I'm getting out of the grass cutting business around here at the yard and gonna just hire someone to do it every week. The yard's not that big, so hey, it'll be nice around August and September when it's hot and humid and all that. You know, last I think I mentioned on here before that when I had my knees replaced last year, I didn't. So we hired it out, and I guess I got spoiled by it. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we sold the lawnmower today, and it was amazing. We had taken pictures, I had written it up, I just cleaned it up, and all that. We just decided, you know, when we went in for lunch, put it out in the front yard, put a sign on it, and it was gone by 2 o'clock in the afternoon within 2 hours. So it was pretty amazing. Anyway, what kind of question you got for me tonight, Mark?
Yeah, I had a Cub Cadet I sold last year. I bought a new John Deere, but I had a Cub Cadet last year and put it out on the street, and the neighbor bought it. You know, unfortunately, it was a good run machine. I didn't mind selling it to a neighbor, but it was gone within a couple hours. So anyhow, let's see here. Let me see what I can find for you. Oh, let me go down here a little bit. Okay. Stand by. Okay, here's something we can go. What year was the Model T, Henry Ford's Model T automobile? What year was it introduced? Was it 1908, 1910, or 1912?
I'm going to go with 1908, over.
That is correct.
Wow, that was a total guess, but okay. I'm sure that Booper's going to send me a nice gift. I can't wait. although I've never seen a gift show up here. But we'll see. I would say it's Forge Pirates, but we have a camera, so I would know if someone is stealing a gift off there. I don't know. I think something's going on here. Over.
Yeah, there's I'll send you a box of packing peanuts. How's that sound?
That'll work. What about I see in the message here, no gift. Oh, well, okay. No gift. I guess he's running low on gifts. It must have been, he was probably re-gifting from Christmas, over.
True that. All right, let's head down to KT4JMB. John, check-in number 3. Welcome back, John.
Well, hello, Mark. Hope you were doing well this afternoon. Appreciate you calling that. Good to hear you on the radio.
Yeah, you're 5-9 into Saginaw, Butch. It looks like you just got 7 more to go till you get your certificate, and you will get a certificate. I can promise you that. Over.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Had a little issue with the count. I should be on like number 5 or 6. It happened last time. I was on number 4 or 5, and then the last time I checked in, it fell back to 2. But we're not gonna fuss over that. That's out of all the things that we have to deal with in life, that's minor. There, 10-4.
Yeah, I think we talked about that, and I wrote it down, and I didn't do anything with it. Yeah, because you think you checked in maybe like 5-6 times.
Yeah, something like that. But like I said, I'm not gonna argue about it. We're just gonna keep on. That just means I get to run my mouth a little more than normal, there, Roger.
Okay, if you're good with it, yeah, there you go. Somebody just moved you up to 5. Must have been Oscar. So yeah, we got you down for 5, like I said. We're not too particular about it. If you're regular, we'll get you in there and get you a certificate, Jen.
Well, thank you, Mark, and thank you, Oscar. I appreciate that. I don't want you to think I was complaining about it, because that wasn't the point. I enjoy checking in with you guys, and I want to keep on doing it. But yeah, I'll definitely be getting all my numbers in and getting my lifetime membership. I enjoy hearing everybody talk. I had a good day today. Son-in-law and another friend went and played golf this morning. I hadn't played golf in a long time, and I am by no means a golfer. So I'm very good. The best thing I'm at golf is losing golf balls. I'm very good at that. So if you've got a set of golf balls you don't want, give them to me, and I'll take them out on the course, and you'll never see them again. But we had a great time. I enjoyed it. Family's going on a trip here at the end of the month out to Scotland and Ireland. And while we're in Scotland, my brother and my son-in-law and I are going to go play at St. Augustine there in Scotland. So I'm looking forward to that. So we decided we need to play golf for a time or two before we go, so we're not too terrible in front of the foreigners there. Well, I guess technically we're the foreigners, but we don't want to look too bad. And then after we played golf, my wife and I went. A friend of ours, his wife having a birthday party, did a surprise party for her. One of the little brew pubs downtown Raleigh, and went and spent that for a while and enjoyed that. They had some pizza and drank a little beer and then celebrated her birthday. So that was fun. So we had a great day. It is pretty outside. Very nice weather outside. I'm looking forward to spring kind of breaking here and seeing everything become green again.
Hey, you ready for a question again?
Yes, sir. Let's go with the question.
Okay. Who developed the first successful printing press? Who developed the first successful printing press? Was it number 1, Thomas Edison? Number 2, Johannes Gutenberg? Or number 3, Nikolai Tesla? Go ahead.
Mark, that's going to be number 2, Johannes Gutenberg.
Got that one, too. That's kind of a deductive question there. You kind of figure that out, what the other 2 invented, but that's what I would have come up with. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger that. I don't remember everything from history, but that was one that stuck in my brain there, Roger.
All right, you gonna stick around for 7th round?
Yes, sir, I will.
I was gonna do the same thing, Oscar. WA9KMB. Good evening, Kurt.
All right. Good evening, Mark, and good evening to Oscar, and good evening to everybody on the wonderful wide world of the Brothers Net. We're sitting here in gorgeous, sunny still. Can you believe that? Wisconsin, north central Wisconsin, enjoying the net. And the signals tonight are pretty doggone good.
Yeah, you're plus 20, Kurt. Great signal, but we're not that far apart, so. Anything else new? Still got your grandson there with you?
I do, and just finished up feeding him supper. He's going to be leaving, I think, fairly soon. He's going over to some friends to play cards. They love to play Texas Hold'em, and he and his buddies play like 4 or 5 nights a week, if you can believe that, and they play for money, but whatever. I'm not a gambler, so that wouldn't appeal to me.
Yeah, the only gambling I do is up at deer camp with friends. That way, if I know I got a chance to win it back from them next year. Not much of a casino guy. I probably ain't been to a casino. Last time I was a casino when I went to see a concert. And yeah, not a big gambler. But like I said, at least if I lose to my friends at camp, I got a chance of winning it back. Plus, up there, if you're the big winner, you got to buy breakfast on the way out of town. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger that. So there's always a payback, win or lose. So, okay, well, I guess I'm ready for a question.
All right. Which country was the first to use paper currency? Which country was the first to use paper currency? Was it number 1, China, number 2, Italy, or number 3, Turkey?
China.
You got her, China. That was kind of an easy one, too, at least in my opinion, but you got her, buddy.
Okay, Roger, thank you. I remember that from when we were in the business of making money, and we were trying to model it after the originated country, and Boop was using that Gutenberg press, and he let it run out of ink.
Oh, man, you have the official comedy act of the neck, Kurt.
Okay. Roger that. Thanks for getting in. I sure appreciate it. And Oscar, thanks for checking in. I really feel obligated to you.
Okay, you gonna stick around, Kurt?
I wouldn't miss this for all the tea and roses.
All right, we're clear with WNKMB, and we'll head down to Tracy, K4LXN. Check-in number 6, Tracy. This is KE8VMV for the W9BRO Brothers Net.
K8VMV, this is K4LXN. Good evening, Mark, and the rest of the bunch. Everybody. We've been starting off Saturday going off to Milk Farm Bakery at breakfast out there with family. It's always a good camaraderie.
You got him, Oscar?
Very lightly.
Yeah, Tracy, you're real light here. I heard somebody said you're going out with your family.
Yeah, we went to Milk Bakery. Is that any better?
Yeah, a little bit. Still pretty much in the noise.
Roger. Well, we're only got Otherwise Station, so that's all we can do here. We're working on getting there, but we got to get the power sources in. Over.
Okay, you want to try a question?
Yeah, hit me.
To give you a simple one here, at least simple to decode over the radio. When was the first iPhone released? The first iPhone. Was it number 1, 2007, number 2, 2009, or number 3, 2010? Go ahead, Tracy.
I'll go with number 1. I'm a flip phone man, so I really wish I'll go with number 1 as a guess.
Number 1, yes, sir. Probably would have went again with 2. I remember a guy I worked with got one, and the job I was working, I wasn't working in 2009, so that's what I would have gone with. But yeah, you got her.
Well, thank you. It's always good to have a good guesser. When I was in the service, we had multiple guests for answers, so had a lot of practice. Go ahead.
Okay, you gonna stick around for 7-3?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah, you just got one ahead of you plus any check-ins. So I will head down to November 2 uniform, November Lima. Brian, Peru, New York, check-in number 3. Good evening, Brian.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Brian over here in Peru, New York. Kind of cold, but we're gonna stay inside the rest of the evening. Got a high wind warning, and we went over to the cabin and lit a fire. Son and I do boys' night. We go over to the cabin there that we have, and we start a fire and we spend the night over there. And it's nice and quiet, and very, very, very warm. we keep a good bed of coals to last overnight. We usually end up opening up 4 or 5 windows over there before morning, and even through the winter below zero. It gets mighty toasty in there. But anyhow, tomorrow's another day, a little bit warmer, so we're headed off to do some shed hunting. Little activity to get out and get some fresh air. Before we know it, we'll all be working on those antennas before the leaves come in, and always a spring project. But anyhow, with that, we're going to say 73 on this round and hand it back to Net.
Looking to get up to our property here pretty soon. We gotta wait until the snow melts a little bit. We're on an unimproved road, not a maintained road, and the snowplow fills the corner in. So we gotta wait till it melts a little bit so we can get the truck over the snow pile. But you ready for a question?
Yeah, certainly. Go for it.
Which basketball team owns the longest winning streak in NBA history? The longest winning streak in NBA history. Is it number 1, the Los Angeles Lakers, number 2, the Miami Heat, or number 3, the Golden State Warriors?
I'm going to have to go with the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan, and I know they got some wins in there. So hopefully, no money, yeah. Okay, we'll go with just credibility on that one.
Lakers it is. Everybody's getting them right tonight. I got to find some harder questions.
All right. Well, hopefully somebody out there had some money on that one. Take care, guys.
All right, 7-3, Brian. Let's see if there's any other over-the-air check-ins, Oscar. Would anyone like to check in to the Brothers Net over the air? If not, please give me your call